Hey guys, welcome back. It's time to take a little look into the stolen Black Bolt and White Flare. We have an individual that came forward saying he's the one that purchased the stolen goods. He's the one that brought it to the game store and that the game store is not at fault. There's a little bit that's not adding up here, so I'm going to show you the information that I have, and I'm going to tell you about my opinions based on this. Now, for anyone that hasn't been around, please, for the love of God, do not purchase stolen goods. Not a good idea. You're going to end up with, you guessed it, a private investigator showing up at your house or your place of employment to retrieve those goods and find out where they came from. The person that you purchased them from, the original source, that likely, in this case, stole them from the factory, is going to, best case scenario, lose their job, if not something worse, for breaking rules, clearly. But also, they signed non-disclosure agreements for just this reason. Not to mention the fact that you should never steal from your place of work. So it's not good for anyone involved, and we're going to go through those details. So the individual who purchased these, Lopan667, aka Chris Piazza, we're going to take a little look into him. We're going to eventually get into DMs. I'm going to show all the information that was posted publicly, and then I'm going to show you guys what they had to say, what the game store had to say about the situation. You do not want to be a game store with stolen goods, stolen Pokemon cards that haven't been released yet in your game store. That is a no-no. Not to mention you just don't want to have possession of them whatsoever. All right, so here we have it. We're going to take a little look, a little deep dive into the Instagram of the individual that brought these stolen cards into the game store. And it looks like it's not his first rodeo. No, he's not. It doesn't seem like a Pokemon guy. He seems more like a video game nerd type. But here we have posts dating back as far as September 2022, where he's posting Pokemon cards. So this is not this isn't the first Pokemon card that he's ever touched at any point in time. He's buying, he's selling. So there's that. Not to mention the fact that he's following me. So if he was for any amount of time, surely he's seen a video or a situation much like this one where goods are stolen, whether it's from recycling. I don't think that's the case here, where it's sealed packs. Or distribution. I don't think that's it either, because I don't think distribution has these yet. I'd have to believe that these were stolen from the factory, and that is a big no-no. That's a lot of trouble for whoever stole these things, and it could be a huge headache for anyone that has been purchasing the stolen goods. All right, let's get into, first up, a video where he is going to, I guess, admit that they're his cards. He purchased the stolen cards. Here we have it. He goes by suspicious_coach_290 on the Reddit. And yes, maybe someone can let me know what type of Jordans these are down below. I don't think he's necessarily a sneakerhead. Usually we see this from the sneaker people, where they're used to, getting that stolen, that leaked stuff before the release of the sneakers. Sneaker deekers, right? We got more of them in the Pokemon hobby than ever now, with the current market being absolutely botched. And everyone buying anything and everything to flip it for 2 to 3x. All right, video. This is wild. I don't think we've seen one of these yet where someone introduces themselves, shows themselves on camera with the stolen goods. This is next level.
This is Lopan. I was the person at a Cards trade night with black and white packs and cards. These are my cards and packs. They are not it's Cards property at all. They had no knowledge of me having these cards at their event until after the fact. I overstepped my bounds by trying to trade with these items at their event. I want to take this opportunity to apologize to Cards, and also let you guys know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please just let it be known in the comment section below. Here are the packs and cards.
So there's not really anything here like I shouldn't have purchased stolen goods, which is a little bit concerning. And again, this is if I've ever seen one, an invitation for the private investigators to show up and figure out what went down. And they'll find out. They're going to find out who stole this stuff from the factory, whether it's through footage. They own the print facility, at least the primary print facility of Pokemon cards. So that's only going to get worse. We haven't seen a whole lot of stolen stuff, but we're seeing it now. All right, so we got Drummer Rude 2964, who apparently was at said game store and purchased one of the cards, saying that this stuff was for sale. And I kind of have to believe it. The guy is selling Pokemon cards since his earliest post about Pokemon cards. Is he buying? Did he buy the stolen cards? Did he buy the stolen packs just for the sake of having them and showing them off? Now, if you have a game store and this is happening, you probably realize it's happening. I don't care how many people are in the store. There's going to be hustle and bustle all around about cards that haven't been released yet. And we have the game store who is upset at the person that posted this online, seemingly more so than the person that brought them into the store, which is a little bit concerning for me in terms of what we're looking at here. And if we take a look at the post by Drummer Rude, Game Store is claiming that this guy is just chasing clout. Yeah, someone's going to post the stolen cards. They want clout. They want to be the person that posted online. They want the likes. They want the attentions. They want the upvotes. And it looks like he got those upvotes. He purchased the Durant, allegedly, along with a pack that was not the stolen Black Bolt White Flare for $5. So we do have a sale of stolen goods. You do not want to be buying, even if it's a Durant. I don't care what it is. So we have a lot of posts here that are like, acknowledge me. Look at this, first this, acknowledge me, that kind of stuff going on. So this person, yes, they are looking for attention. They are looking for that back pat on the social media. Now, the first thing you want to do is get that shit out of the store. The second thing you want to do is probably let the Pokemon Company know that you had nothing to do with it. They did send an email to the Pokemon Company on May 18th. Now, you probably want to do this before it leaks out on social media. People, everyone has a camera. It's 2025. There isn't a person that isn't carrying around a camera in their pocket that isn't going to take pictures of this, and it's going to lead back and it's going to show, hey, this happened at this location. So we have Ryan, who sends an email to info@email.pokemon.com. It says, hello, my name is Ryan Capiello. I recently opened a TCG shop on Staten Island, New York, such and such and such, in January 2025. So brand new store. That is, it's not, and I completely understand the fact that they're shitting their pants right now, but preventing this from happening from the get-go would have been a much better option. On 5/17/25, we had a trade night at the shop. There was a minimum of 30 people in the shop, so the number changes a little bit here. I don't know if this is just because he doesn't have any idea exactly how many people were in the shop at the time. He claims he has footage, so you'd think he'd be able to count how many people were in the shop at the time. Who knows? A customer walked in with about 10 Black Bolt packs from the unreleased set. Someone in the store took a photo of the packs and posted it on Reddit and other social media platforms, making it look like I was selling it. So was it like was there no issue prior to the fact that someone posted it? Again, this is like one of those things, like after it comes out that it was happening in the shop, I have a hard time believing that no one noticed that it was happening and told them, like, hey, get that shit out of here. We don't want anything to do with it. I have everything on footage. My partner and I were busy while this was going down, and our shop has nothing to do with these packs. I just wanted to clear the air. Again, we have everything on the store footage. Thank you for taking your time to read this email. Please contact You Know It Cards at any time if there are any issues regarding this matter. So that's a big old, like, you got to be careful. You got to be careful. You got to be very careful. We saw it before with the stolen Fusion Strike hits where the store turned them down. That got found out. That got retrieved, and hopefully most of those were destroyed. It's sad to see cards destroyed, but if they're not obtained by legal means from booster packs, they shouldn't be on the market. They shouldn't exist. That's what it is. All right, so possible_regret 8906 identifies the store, says it's You Know It Cards. Report them to TPCI. This trend of stolen stuff from factory has to stop. Edit people saying the store didn't sell the packs, but someone else did inside the store during a trade night. The store has to help TPCI track down this person then. 100% agree. And I'd be surprised if they didn't. I mean, it should be pretty easy at this point for them to do so. We got Raga5155, the owner of the store, who says, hello all, we know we promised to show our CCTV footage, but after consulting a lawyer, we decided against it due to the fact that minors were in the store and in the footage. So that's... edit them out, blur the minors that are in the footage, I guess, is probably the way to go. We did, however, track the customer down and have them make a video. That's the one that we took a look at already. These were his packs and cards, and he took accountability, but we did take the initiative the other day to email Pokemon support ourselves, and that's the email we took a look at there. Op, please come forward within 24 hours with the truth, or there will be legal action taken against you. This will be our last post regarding this matter. Best Rye from YKIC. So, again, 99.9% of legal threats, probably absolutely full of shit, because the expense to take somebody to court because they posted that you had stolen goods in your car, in your card shop, card shop. I'm still working on the coffee here this morning. Rye Guy 5155 saying video footage will be posted this afternoon. So this is prior to clarify the situation. And I want to personally thank all the supporters and everyone else who reached out concerned about a new release product being released before the release date. Both the person who released the picture and the person trying to sell the packs will no longer be allowed in the store moving forward. We worked too hard to get at this point in our life, and we wouldn't risk it all for a few $100s. Guys, just really think about the situation, and it wouldn't be logical. But again, thank you to the Reddit world for exposing this situation, and you guys will have the footage this afternoon. So I'd still like to see the footage, even if it has the faces of minors removed from it, blurred out, whatever it's got to do, whatever it has to be. So, I mean, the footage itself, if you have the footage, is going to show, it's going to... It'll clearly show that you didn't know. Now, if you were huddled around the same table, if there's footage of the guy trying to sell it to the store and you didn't kick him out at that point, it could be more damning than anything else. But again, it's going to come down to what that footage has. I asked for the footage. We're going to see in the DMs here. I have not seen. I have not reviewed. I have not touched. I haven't seen what's going on with the footage. It's weird to me because even if there's 30, even if there's 50 people in the room, if there's a set that hasn't come out for 2 months and someone's opening it or has it spread out on the table, everyone is going to be hounding around that exact area. So it should be caught at least at that point in time. You're not going to strip search him to make sure he doesn't have stolen Pokemon cards on his way in the door. That's a little bit too much to ask, but you can at the point where it's revealed that it's there. And again, if you got to be paying attention. If you're a store owner, they're new store owners, you got to be paying attention to make sure that people aren't stealing things. And the cabinet that was posted looks like it has stuff inside it. So if you just don't have anyone supervising that area, you're going to have stolen stuff from the store, not necessarily stolen stuff coming into the store. All right, so we have Lombax Returns, who posted, "Op source is trust me, bro." I mean, it's like his word against theirs in terms of what's going on here. The seller comes into the store and tries to sell it to the store owner. I don't know if this happened. Store owner claims it didn't happen. The person that brought the stuff in there claims that he wasn't selling the stuff, but he was trading it, but he also did sell a single. Again, it's conflicting information left and right. The store owner declines, and the outside seller takes a picture saying they sold it to him. Take what people post with a grain of salt, guys. These guys don't break street dates, even for anyone. Don't believe one side of a hastily put together story. So no, you don't want to break street dates. You don't want to be selling product early. As a store, you're going to get absolutely dicked down by distribution. You're going to lose. You do not want to lose distribution from Pokemon as a store. It looks like they're on Whatnot too. You do not want to lose distribution if you're in the card world, and that's a primary source of income. You don't want to even lose just Pokemon. You will be screwed. All this clout for Omp to try and get fake internet points, and in the process try and destroy a shop's reputation. Shame on Omp. Can I add that these shops have cameras, and it definitely shows Omp walking in with them? Does it? Maybe he's seen the footage. Edit, they posted they have proof and footage. They also commented on this post, so the post is no longer there. But yeah, I don't know. Do I think he was selling them? Would it surprise me if he was trying to sell them or trade them or whatever? And if you're selling or trading, doesn't matter. It's stolen goods. Don't pull a Dr. Applesauce or a seismic shocker. Do not buy stolen goods. Not a good idea. Not only are you making yourself look bad, but also screwing over the people that stole these things or encourage them to steal the things. Same way CGC should never have an inadvertent early release label. Do not encourage. Do not be part of encouraging the theft from someone's place of employment. They're going to get in just an absolute disgusting amount of trouble. Again, and everyone could be like, Rattle, no, you can't get in trouble for stealing from work. They're just Pokemon cards. Well, I don't know. All we got to do is keep referring back to the Sword and Shield guidebook that got leaked from the factory, from people that were working there, from people that signed a non-disclosure agreement, took pictures. They didn't even take anything from work. They just took pictures and posted them or shared them around. Once they're shared around, like this stuff, is going to be everywhere. All right, Rye Guy is saying, Drummer Dude, let them know the truth and tell the Reddit world you bought from one of the customers, not the store, before I release the footage. So I haven't seen anything where he's claiming that he bought them from the store. He might have mentioned that he was at that store, but again, I don't know if there was any accusation on that end. All right. You guys, if you want to read the other comments, are welcome to do so. I don't know if the thread will remain up. Reddit, they like to delete stuff. So here we have a suspicious _ coach _ 290, the person that brought the cards into the store, saying, these are my packs, my cards and packs. You know what cards had nothing to do with these packs and cards, as they are my property. You know what cards also did not know of the existence of these cards and packs beforehand. Like before they entered the store, probably, I guess. Store has nothing to do with it, yet Oppa saying the store was offered $100 a pack. I don't, again, he said, she said on the offering $100 a pack. Was he selling them for $100 a pack? If anyone else was there and can speak to that, please reach out to me. All right, before we get to the DMs, we got the link tree. You guys know and love the link tree. That is the best way to support the channel. I'd rather you guys, instead of sending me money, watch the videos, share the videos, use the link tree. We got PSA Pikachu's eBay, Securus, Card Shop, Card Market by Ye. We got Fanatics Live. We got 20 free 25 Bonerinos. They're going to add a couple Prismatic packs. So basically you can sign up, use this, get 2 Prismatic packs for $4.95 shipping. Open them up, pull a God pack, tag me in it when you do. Again, these guys are trustworthy. I still don't recommend anything rip and ship. It's not good value. I don't recommend buying anything on the secondary market right now. It's not good value in terms of the new products that just came out or not going to be reprinted. Collector app for tracking your collection. Discount codes for the stuff that I use and recommend. Bunch of links that you click before you shop in order to support the channel at no additional cost to yourself. Make sure it's stuff that you're already going to buy anyway. Now, singles, also a good deal. Also a good way to enjoy the hobby currently. Do not buy the singles for the thing that just came out, for the stuff that's pre-released, your Destined Rivals at the moment. Do not buy singles for Destined Rivals until it's out, until people open just a disgusting amount of product. They lose money because they open the product, even if they got it at MSRP, and you can buy the cards that you want. Especially like opening packs, people need to hear it, don't like to hear it, but opening packs is bad value, even when you get the stuff at a decent price, if you're looking to maximize what you're getting. All right. Now, let's get into the DMs with Chris. This is the guy that admitted that it was him who purchased the stolen goods and brought them to the store. I say, hey, what's the full story on the White Flare? So it was Black Bolt and White Flare. He says, hello, sir. Unfortunately, there isn't a lot to tell. I'm a collector who got the product, ooh, the voice crack, from a backpack vendor at a local show. Wasn't even aware that that the release was so far away. You bought them from someone. They weren't telling you how far out it was. They weren't telling you it wasn't. So you knew it wasn't released. You knew it was breaking street date to begin with. Had a lapse in judgment and made a mistake. I'm an open book with nothing to hide. I wish I could tell you more, but that's all there is. So the lapse of judgment, I don't know if he's referring to bringing them to the game store and getting the game store put on blast for it, but it seems that way. I don't know. It doesn't seem like he's regretting his decision to purchase them. I ask, how much did you buy and what did it cost you? The seller didn't introduce themselves. Which one is it? You weren't aware of the release date or had a lapse in judgment. So that's the thing too. It's just, you're following the channel. Surely you have some, yeah, I get it. People, they get excited. They get to be the first one to have something. Not a good idea. About 10 packs. It was not a vendor at the show. It was a customer walking around, so no, they did not. I thought release was next month and still had a lapse in judgment, as I don't normally buy any sealed product from an unknown source. So no transaction record apparently. I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know if it was actually at the card show. Again, nothing indicating that it actually happened. And again, if it was next month, if it was a month out, it's still the same thing. It is worse that it's 2 months in advance, because that's just going to lead us to believe or make us almost certain that these packs were stolen from the factory. Was this someone at the show that was stealing from the factory? Did they buy it from, where down the chain did it go? And I'm sure the private investigators will figure that out. All right. I asked, what did the person look like? You don't know how many packs you bought. How much were they? He says, yes, 10 packs for $15 each. And a Caucasian guy, mid-30s with glasses. Was it me? It wasn't me, guys. I would never buy a stolen product. I have to say, many other people have these packs as well. I was not the only person with them, as I'm sure you have seen. Not trying to excuse my situation, just a fact. So again, it sounds like you're trying to excuse the situation. You bought stolen goods. It doesn't matter if somebody else jumps off a bridge. It doesn't matter if somebody else is jumping off a bridge while buying stolen goods. You should not buy stolen goods. I say, did you ask the seller where they got them? How much were you selling them for? He says, no, it was a very brief interaction. Nothing was really exchanged besides money and packs. They were never for sale. But you sold at least a single. I was trading with friends at trade night, so you weren't selling them, but you were trading them. It's the same thing. The person who posted the Reddit thread was a minor who was simply upset we wouldn't sell him a pack and decided to take a picture. I mean, it's gonna happen. You got stolen goods, you're selling and or trading stolen goods. Someone's gonna take a picture, someone's gonna post it, and it's gonna lead back to you. You weren't selling them for $100. What trade value were you getting? He says, no, I was not selling any of them. I was trading with some friends I knew at the shop. They didn't know what I was doing. I guess the shop didn't know what he was doing. I didn't end up trading any of them. They were spread out on the table. I didn't end up trading any of them. The person who made the original Reddit post was a kid who was trying to buy packs and cards. I gave him a pack and card for $5. So you sold a card. You just sold that one single card, and you decided to sell to him, but not to anyone else, or didn't trade to anyone else. He got mad, snapped the picture, and made his post. This is a kid who did not get his way and then went out of his way to bring negative attention to a shop that did nothing wrong. I mean, you brought him into the shop. You brought the stolen goods into the shop. Him snapping a picture, whether you didn't agree to sell to him or not, you're kind of all taking each other down here. We got a crabs in the bucket kind of scenario. What didn't he get his way about? If you sold him the pack and a card for $5, were the cards on the table from that pack or other packs you opened? He says it wasn't a pack of white or black. It was surging, as I remember. They were from 2 packs that I opened already. The card was from a Black Bolt. He wanted a pack and didn't get it, and that's why he was mad. So it doesn't even seem like his post was necessarily one that he was mad. It seems like he was more just, sure, is he looking for attention? Same with anyone else, same with you. When you're buying the stolen stuff and showing it off at a card shop, you bought them for $15 because you were the only one that was going to have them. Did somebody else buy them from the same person that you bought them from? Probably. Did whoever stole these steal more than 10 packs? I 100% believe that they would have. Single was from BW. Yes. So again, it's just like a little bit conflicting where you're saying you didn't sell anything, but you did sell a single, and just he was mad because he was the only one that got to purchase one or trade for one. But he said he was trading his friends, but he didn't trade his friends. Again, it's just, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. I mean, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to begin with when you're buying stolen stuff and then bringing them into a public scenario. But I mean, at the same time, if you're going to buy stolen goods, what's the good in buying stolen goods if you're just going to wait till the set comes out? You're going to sit there in your room and look at them yourself like, oh God, yeah, I got these cards that no one else has, and I better not show anyone. We have You Know What cards on Whatnot for what it's worth. Hey Rattle, You Know What cards here. I'm the owner Rise. So yes, I woke up to a bunch of Reddit messages, including Instagram posts. Unfortunately, there was somebody trying to sell these packs at my trade show at the store last night. Once an employee found out, we asked him to leave, and then also just seen a recent post on Reddit of the guy actually display in the same cards with the packs. If you want to reach out to me, you can reach back out to me here, or you can give me a text on 917-6-doo-doo-doo. Shibbly-doo. It looks like we got some editing to do. We have nothing to hide. We only been open about 5 months now. I wouldn't lose my allocation for a few $100. It just wouldn't be logical, but let us know if there's anything else we can help with. So At no point do I think that the store intended to purchase. Were they offered to purchase? That I don't know. But again, I think they're smart enough to know that as a game store with distribution, not to purchase this stuff. Did they take the appropriate action immediately? I have no idea. Who knows? Again, it seems like they're more pissed off at the guy that posted this stuff online than the fact that the guy brought those into the store. We were able to find out who the person was from others at Trade Night. We got in touch and asked him to please take ownership of the issue. And he did. He absolutely did. But again, it's just like, did you do everything in your power? Did anyone know beforehand? And is it only an issue because the guy posted it online? I say, hey, can you please send me everything you have on it? He's on surveillance. You have the guy's name and phone number. His name is Lopan. I do not have his number. My brother, I can send you his Instagram. And I'm not sure if you read my last Reddit post. The customer has come forward and posted a video. My lawyer advised me not post any CCTV footage because there was minors at the store present at the same time. Again, like, even if you can't edit that video, I think it's in everyone's best interest that you have someone do it for you and post what went on there to just to clear your name, and to clear up the entire situation. I think rather than, even before reaching out to a lawyer, but even if you did, like, just have someone blur some faces of the people that weren't necessarily involved or that are underage. We also reached out to Pokemon support on Sunday once we found out what the situation was, and we are given the op 24 hours to revise his words before it gets legal. So that's the thing too. Did you reached out after it was posted online, but did you know about it before it was posted online? That's the thing. Pokemon Sport hasn't said a word yet, and yes, I will send you his Instagram. We got Lopan667. I think there's some pictures on his Instagram where we're here as a business to be 100% transparent with you, my man. All right, so here we have the post. That was my last statement on Reddit. So when we got in contact with him, I just asked him to clear the air. I didn't get into any more information about the situation. All I do know is he came from a local show in New Jersey. So if anyone was at the New Jersey show and has any information about anyone who might have been selling some cards that were way too early, please let me know. Maybe if there's any of the vendors that were offered this stuff. It'd be a little bit weird. It'd be a little bit weird if he was only selling to people that were customers at the show and not bringing them to any of the tables. Whether it's the person that purchased the cards here at the show or prior to. All right. More from You Know What Cards. We run a legit business here, and we wouldn't risk it over a few $100s. Again, I have no doubt that the shop would be not interested in purchasing and reselling these cards. I just don't know the full story on what happened, what went down at the card shop itself with the shit spread out all over the table. And then also prior to, where did he actually get the cards? Where did he get the packs prior to? It just doesn't make sense to the op. He's been trying to catch clout for a long time on Reddit. I did a little bit more information on him. He finally caught his case. I've been doing this my whole life, saved up enough money to open up a brick and mortar. I have nothing to hide. We barely get allocation as it is from being a new store. I definitely wouldn't jeopardize my license, so I'm happy you reached out. And if there's any more information I can provide, please let me know. These guys, I've never been to the store or leaving bad reviews and trying to hurt my reputation, so I didn't get angry or mad about the situation. I just went legal. That was the best advice I can go with. So again, they're kind of blaming the person that posted this stuff online. Maybe there's deleted items. Maybe there's tidbits that indicate that it was the store that was buying them. Maybe it's the fact that was he saying that the store was trying to buy the packs? Were they trying to buy the packs? I don't think they were. But would love to hear more. Would love to see more about it. And last but not least, I say, in terms of the person that brought the cards in, he's claiming that he didn't realize the set wasn't coming out so far into the future. Any indication of that or the opposite from your communications or what he was telling people at the shop? He says, I'll be honest with you, our conversation never carried that far. All I asked was for him to clear the air and let people know the truth. So I don't. It seems like he did more digging on the individual that posted the picture than the person that brought these into the store. Which, again, if you kind of knew what was going on, you didn't know what to do. Maybe it was a state of panic. Maybe they thought both the person that brought them into the store and the store staff, owners, whatever, thought that, okay, like, they came into the store, no one posted anything about this. What's going on here? Anyway, guys, reminder, do not buy stolen goods. Don't do it. It's not worth it. It's a whole lot of mess that you can get yourself into. Thanks for tuning in. Happy Friday. Have a good weekend. Love you guys. We're still working on the getting the Discord joinable, so stay tuned for that. Some people gonna want to be in there for the releases, especially the Pokemon Center ones. Try to catch those. Don't worry too much if you can't get the newest, modernist thing that hasn't come out yet, or that is just coming out. It's going to be okay. A lot of this stuff is going to be reprinted. Every set up until this point has been available, readily available. At some point in time, Pokemon's going to print the crap out of this shit, and it's going to be okay. Hold in there. You're going to be all right. Love you guys. See you next time. Bye.